This is the tallest print I've ever tried to make, and at first glance this looks like it is a disaster. But it's not really that bad, it's just all the supports that fail. Look at Flash Forge, you can see those are the supports, that's about where it is, and that's the rest of the print. So you see a lot of these supports that I added failed, which I wanted there for added stability, which means I may have to ramp down the speed as it goes up. Now you can see that is printing nice and smooth. If you look at that top exterior, it's really coming along. There is some minor stringing on the inside, but with this printer I've had issues with it clogging on long prints, so I'd rather have minor stringing and a usable print. I've also consistently ramped down the speed on the printer so that it prints slower and slower. As the stability goes down, the higher up it goes. You see this little black line right there, those two lines. So what's happening is before the three pieces joined on the side and the middle, they were kind of floating free. So the piece in the front experienced vibration as it was joining, which is why it joined very, very slightly skew. It doesn't affect me, but it is not perfect, and that's why. Wow, just look at it. Look at it, it is doing the thing. From this point forward, it should be more stable since it's already connected that bridge on both sides. Come on, just look at it, what a beauty. Such a beautiful print. I do see some lines there that look a tad under extruded, but that's okay. It is so very nearly done, just that little bit on the chin. Let me explain exactly why it's disjointed in that one spot. So as it prints, these pieces go higher and higher up, and they are more prone to wobbling. So they are not, and now they're top heavy, they are not supported. So at this stage it's wobbling. Then when it joins, the one was experiencing some vibration, so it joined slightly off, fraction of a millimeter. And that's why you see that line. And then the rest of the print, it's all united, so it prints quite smoothly. The print just finished. I'm going to give that G10 base sheet a bit of time to cool down. Once it cools down, that thing's going to pop right off. It says cool down, so if I nudge this, it should slide. There we go. See how easy that was? G10, get it, works. So now I said this looks like a mess. Generally the supports come off real easy. These ones wouldn't because the bottom of the support was gone, so it just got latched on. But I do find that I like these Flash Forge support adherents because when you flex them, they tend to come off really nicely. This one won't flex because it's a bit big and solid. And I want to be careful not to ruin anything. You know what, some days you've got good days, and other days you have things that just go catastrophically wrong. I think the amount of enthusiasm I showed initially just makes this funnier, because as soon as I started removing the supports, I noticed that this was super brittle. Look at that side, it's hanging by a shred. This middle piece broke off, and it didn't break off where I saw the lines, unfortunately. The print looks good, but I had to edit the temperature. Apparently, if you use the same brand of plastic in different colors, you might need very different settings to get a good result. Here's an older one I printed way back, which broke in the same spots, but this print was a little bit more resilient and thick. Even here, just removing the supports, you can see that it broke there. I've done some testing, I've got a solution. I will do better next time. But I'm not gonna lie, it does look pretty cool when you slot in these eyes where they're supposed to go. And you test that. For instance, let's look at this top half of the shell. If I slot that eye on there with the one hand, I'm like, it looks really good. I need to print one that doesn't fall apart at the seams.